Ludwig. Ludwig.
What's going on, dude?
It's like your punk rock.
Was there a Halloween thing that we missed?
You brought this. What's funny is he brought this taco hat up with him.
Oh no, I know about. I'm talking about him.
Oh, dude, I wish you could. We could go back a whole year. We could go back to Yard episode 1 and fucking tear a hole in time and look inside like Goatsy, but instead of a butthole, instead of like a gap of like tissue, it's you.
Jimmy Neutron, but instead of a brain blast going through the head, it goes to the goatee.
Going through Aiden's anus.
And then it's this.
It looks like we swapped because you're wearing PJs and ravenously eating while just kind of grunting.
You look like you're wearing what the inside of Ludwig looks like.
Yeah. I look cringe shit at it.
You look like Ludwig's innocent inner child before like the content brain destroyed his mind.
I'm co-opting each of you week by week. I was you when I peed on the floor, and now I'm you.
Okay.
And
I'm next.
I'll be you next.
Why did you bought designer pajamas?
No.
No.
They're Teddy Fresh, right?
No,
Yeah, they're Teddy Fresh.
that's Acme. That's Acme.
Dude, okay, look. We were
Right?
kidding. That should hurt.
You can't. Again, I've brought it up a lot. He doesn't have shame. It's hard to hurt him.
They're swim trunks.
Huh?
They're swim trunks.
It could be anything. That's the nice thing
That
about
is
them.
so
They
stupid.
could be anything. A spacesuit.
Yeah.
I will pay to put you in space in those.
When they
I would
faked,
pay to watch you explode like a fucking muffin in the
when they
fucking
faked the moon
microwave.
landing, Buzz had these on under his.
Okay.
Oh, did he? Yeah. But they just had the seal of like the eagle in the United States.
Yeah, instead of the little guy.
Dude, I just would you have bought these a year ago, or have you switched up on us?
Do you mean like money aside?
Yeah, money aside.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
the same, is what you're saying. You haven't switched up,
No.
because that's what I hate the most.
He loves the Sorcerer's Stone pajamas collection.
And
Harry,
that was
Christmas.
That was great, boys. Welcome back to the yard.
Yeah.
No. Look, no, you're
Archie,
more,
take the titles away.
you're a more
Take them away.
Wait a sec. You're a more gay Dumbledore as a young man.
You've never seen Harry Potter,
I've seen them all.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched them all in like a week.
Like recently?
No. It was like in 2011.
Okay, you're the nerd.
I remember it. No, I watched them all.
I'm pretty sure Deathly Hallows Part 2 came out after 2011.
No, didn't. Because I saw it with a girl who I fumbled it with. And now she has a
Did
dog and a
anyone
daughter.
here watch Harry Potter not for a girl?
Why'd you say dog first?
You did?
Yeah.
I watched it by my own some.
There wasn't a girl you're trying to impress?
No.
I mean,
Okay.
I watched it when the first one came out. I was like 13. There were kids sitting on the floor and shit. No, I was younger than that, maybe. But yeah, it was crazy. It was like such a packed theater. It was like this big, stupid experience.
That's the first book I read, but I immediately switched up when I was like 8 from book to audiobook, and we had just a package of tapes.
Oh.
Like cassette tapes.
Oh.
There was like 10 of them, and you had to swap like every 2 chapters.
He likes it. He likes it. He
And
likes what he
the
hears.
announcer he had an amazing voice. He was this British guy. If we ever have someone like dub over our podcast for some reason, we get that guy.
Why can't I remember his name?
Why would you? They'd be so
I
impressive.
think it's Jim Dale.
Okay, Zipper, double check.
Dude, how much would it cost for us to, like, we all go out and cameo our own celebrity of choosing to dub our part of the pod?
Yeah, I was just thinking something like that. For instance, like Connor from Trash Taste, like his voice is really good. And he could, like...
Think outside the box, I would be Riff Raff.
Well, yeah. But I was thinking he could do audiobooks, but he could do weird fucking gross audiobooks and it'd be funny.
Right.
I'm just
'Cause
pitching this
he
for
would be
them.
down to do something gross, as most audio people might be more prude about it.
He's a filthy, weird
This is a
man.
shit idea, by the way, because we speak English, so we don't need someone to dub over in English. What we should do is what Mr. Beast does and what Tommy Innit started doing. We start dubbing his podcast in Spanish.
You could have just said we should start. You'd have to say it was a shit idea. You could have said. You could have just said we should also.
No. It's important
Dude, good
that
idea,
you're
Nick.
hurt.
We should
about
also
this.
do.
You should know that.
It's important that this makes you feel bad, and I think you're correct in both things you said. That was a shit idea, stupid, bad, and that also we should do the yard and Espanol. What is the yard?
Our second
in Spanish?
largest audience is in Canada, so maybe we should do French.
That is
Yeah, that's
not how that-
dumb.
Québécois?
That's dumb.
Why?
Because they speak French in like one tiny region.
Yeah, but likely all of our Spanish-speaking listeners also speak English.
Sorry, one second. What the fuck are you saying so loudly?
This is what we do.
I'm right.
Here's my business play. We get Ibai. We have Ibai as a guest. We do an Ibai translated episode, and then it's also the episode that announces that the rest of episodes are now available dubbed in Spanish.
Actually, a decent idea. We were all doing meme stuff, and you said something smart, which is annoying.
Let's just get that guy. He'll do it.
Yeah, he doesn't follow me back on Twitter.
He'll spend.
He doesn't even follow you. After you complimented him at the Streamer Awards,
and he tweeted back at me saying thanks for the compliment.
Yeah, which means he clicked on your profile and was like,
Yeah, that's right, fucking white man.
He might have done to himself. He's also white. He's just Spanish. He's a conqueror.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
he's white as fuck.
I didn't realize they made Pokemon like that.
I've run this as a bit. You're doing it unironically, but every time
this is like when like a white wealthy person is like, I'm Mexican, and it's like, yeah, there were white people in Mexico. How do you think that all? How do you think they fucked it all up?
It's like when people post the Pokimane N-word clip and then people reply, she's Moroccan.
Yeah, they post the 23andMe.
So you should actually back off her.
Dude.
Okay, I searched Ibai is white ? And it just brought me a fighter profile from someone from New Zealand who's a 16-year-old blue belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, you
need to add Pendejo at the end.
Okay, what? That's his last name?
No, it's like a Spanish slur. Like it's a Spanish bad word.
Pendejo.
I know. That's why I said it like that on purpose. How'd you believe that?
Because I thought you were being serious.
No, it's just when you say it like you're from Texas.
You don't know. Even people from Texas know it's not Pendejo.
Yeah, give me a couple of them Penderos. And,
that's bad.
And I want them.
Well, okay, no.
A side of fries.
It's unfortunately the yarda in Spanish, according to Google Translate, is yarda.
You would just do it yourself.
But yeah, I would just do it myself because I know a lot of Spanish, especially enough to do an hour and a half of fucking podcasting.
Easy.
So bienvenidos al la yardo. Welcome.
Wow, he doesn't miss.
Yeah.
And then Archie put all of our Twitter handles in Spanish.
What does that mean?
They're different somehow. The @ changes when you go Spanish. Just accents everywhere.
What? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'm eating mangoes.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
You start a sentence and then pull an angle.
He started a sentence, pulled out a mango. He started talking.
Because what Nick had to say is probably more important. I just wanted to bring something up that can come up later. But he's on a schedule.
I'm not on a schedule. Oh, I was gonna ask you guys. You guys miss each other? You guys like hanging out?
Jesus fucking Christ!
You guys miss hanging out?
That's what I let you have the floor for.
Yeah.
You know what I've missed the most? I've been gone a lot. Like Australia, we hung out a bit, but you know we were also not that together. And then I just went on a family reunion with Cutie. I've been missing my bidet more than you guys, straight up.
I saw you talking about that. I also have one still in the box in my house, and I haven't set it up. And you inspired me to set it up.
I want to shit on you for that, Lud, but
Forgot.
I've been miserable without my bidet.
I've been living on the edge. I'm this close to tipping over the edge for the same reason.
What edge?
What are you talking about?
You're gonna
have
kill yourself?
awful shits ever since the terrible night of drinking combined with plain food at the end of the Australia trip.
Oh.
So my shit
created a nuclear reactor.
Every shit has been a nightmare.
It's like when I ate Domino's in college.
Yeah, it is.
You'll never be the same.
It is probably like that. It is probably, maybe not all the way like that.
You'll be different.
It's the same chemical process.
Every shit is like this mush that comes out.
Like baby food?
Like baby food.
Yeah.
I'm taking
like a baby eating
food shits.
Yeah.
And I got home
in a
from
little
Australia.
jar. It's got Aiden's face on it.
I also
the taco man is unpleased.
I also went to a family reunion this weekend, and no bidets to be found. Every poop is a nightmare. It just takes so much toilet paper.
Lud's the guy in your intestines who is pulling the levers for what your shit's gonna look like.
Yeah, the taco man.
And he's really mad right now.
The taco man cometh.
Yeah, it sucks. I took like 2 showers a day. The second one was just for my butthole. I don't know how people were doing this.
I love a butt shower.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing in Australia.
Dude,
I
I've butt showered on every trip I've gone on.
Yeah.
I showered for the second time in one day in Australia because I was like, this will help my hangover and it also will wash my ass.
I think it's the most vulnerable you can be as a man is the position you get in a butt shower Like if someone were to, if someone were to walk in on you in the butt shower,
how do you butt shower?
You gotta like,
dude, you get weird with it?
I get
You're
weird.
getting weird.
You
I
gotta
don't
spread
get
it
that
like
way
a
in the
cheerleader?
shower.
Okay, how are you butt showering?
I'm on my hands and my butt's in the air. Yeah.
Doing a handstand?
And what I'm doing is I'm trying to get one up, but like I can't hold it, so I just spread my cheeks.
You're trying to give it a good vantage point to your butt.
Yeah.
No, okay,
you kind of get on your toes.
Okay, I'm with
you kind of get on your toes.
Maybe it's because
you spread it a bit. Because if you're not doing that, is it really getting clean?
Yes, I agree. That is what I do, but I don't
that's
find that.
No, that's all I'm doing.
All right, because I thought you were getting fucking like give me an A.
No. But imagine.
Nick, this me. This is my hand.
No, I do that too because you're already in the shower.
No, I get
and
it.
it's your own.
That's how French bidets work.
I do it a little more gracefully.
This is just Darwinism.
It's just a French guy's hand that comes out of the toilet.
It's like a Majora's Mask.
And he goes.
You know,
and then your notebook fills up, but it's in French.
In France, you know, like taxes are higher in France, right? And part of that is it pays for things, and one of those things is when you have a child, you can get like a live-in nanny with the money that's like paid for by the government.
An au pair.
Yeah,
that's where the word comes from.
And
she's got
the tax money also pays for this guy. Who you check the box at the end of the year on your tax returns. Like, I would like the bidet hand man.
Yeah, the handman comes and he's a write-off. And he also, like, dude, imagine you get like athlete's foot on your hand because of all the poop.
Dude. This is
I don't think that's how that works.
Anyway, sorry, I stand and I lift my butt and I just let the rains wash down and clean me.
No, this is I'm just saying.
But you find that vulnerable because you're an experience in the world.
If someone were to walk in on you, that's one of the funniest positions you can be in your normal everyday life. Not something a one-off thing that you do. It's like butt showers happen. They're like
you do
somewhat infrequent in your life or frequent in your life. So if someone walks in, you're like up on your little tippy toes. And you're poking out.
Yeah.
And that would just be really
because it's kind of like
vulnerable.
It's kind of like you're getting it up to fuck somebody who's taller than you. You know.
Dude, I always there's always such like a let's have sex in the shower, and it's like this supposed to be this cool romantic thing, and you just aren't the same height. Yeah. So it's just like it's just this fucked up Lego thing where it's not gonna work, and you're both uncomfortable, and then you have to butt shower in front of your partner.
Wait,
you don't have to.
It's a bonding exercise.
That's not a step.
No, it's a bonding exercise.
Well, sometimes you secret butt shower in front of your partner.
Ooh, the sneak.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They're turned around and you're just like...
Sometimes you're hitting the yawn, and you're getting the hand. Because like sometimes you shower, you save water, but also you woke up, you need a butt shower.
You need a butt shower.
I learned about that when I was like 12 because I watched the College Humor sketch, and it had showering with your girlfriend, and it said, well, you need to clean your butthole when you're in the shower, otherwise you're gross. And so
was this the POV series?
Yeah, I think so.
College Humor had this series called POV, which they would just use girl boobs as clickbait, and then it would be like a POV video from the perspective of a girl in a situation. Shout out College Humor.
Few of those videos have like 100 million views.
Shout out College Humor for some of my first boners.
Wait, would they pan down like in Halo 2
yeah,
where you could see his body finally,
and that
but it's boob?
Yes. and that would always be like, not always, I think it was one episode, but that would be the thumbnail, is she's like, oh, fucking crud.
A lot of the thumbnails were pretty sexual. And when I'm 12, I'm like, yeah, so true. That is what I will be when I'm POV.
It's like, I want to know what life's like from a woman's eye.
Yeah.
And that's why I click it, to learn more.
So my first shower, I put your fists together. That's me. I'm in there.
Why do we keep?
Because you're my butthole today.
I like that. I like Aiden being your Acme pajama butthole guy. Teddy Fresh keeps it fresh. Welcome.
Do you guys? I have this thing where I keep looking over at your hat, and I'm imagining that the fluffy taco meat in the middle of this taco hat is your mohawk.
Yeah,
it's your hair.
No, I've been doing that with poop all episode.
Yeah, but it's more reasonable that it would be hair,
poop, guys.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I've been looking at his hat and thinking, what if that was a poop taco?
Oh, I can't see the meat from my perspective. All I see,
that's your normal life,
bro. He looks much like a colonizer.
Dude, that scarred me. That scarred me. Super laughed like Goofy. When I was in I don't know, maybe freshman year at like a soccer tryout, I had this older family friend named Gaetan. Come on. Obviously,
bro.
he dealt with that for fucking years.
His name was Gay Tony.
I haven't heard it before.
You know he changed his name to Kevin because of that? It's his middle name.
Yeah, well,
It's a French name.
what does it mean? Gay Tony?
It means one who's gay.
Gaeton?
I don't know if it means anything.
It's like Gaylord. Like that was a name.
Okay, so I
Gaeton.
went to the one of my elementary schools because we moved a lot when I was fucking young, and I went to like maybe like 6 elementary schools, and one of them, the main gym where you'd go for like gym class or fucking why can I not think of the word?
The pajamas
What
got
do you
you
call
off
when
your
you
game,
get?
bro.
What do you call
This
it when
is
you get
fucked
the
up.
assembly?
We need to lift you up like King Xerxes.
Wait, like you do it every day?
Yeah, there was always like a morning meeting in there and stuff. It was weird school.
Town hall type beat.
It was
shit.
called the Gaylord Commons.
No,
That's tight.
And as you can imagine, the elementary school kids had a fucking field day
They're
with this.
hooting and hollering in there.
Yeah.
You can't have that in school.
Yeah, and it's because the Gaylords donated money to get their name on it.
Maybe this is actually a long-term play because then like those kids turn like 15 and like that's not funny anymore, and then they're like that's so old.
We've been doing this since we were 5.
Yeah, you still think that's funny?
Yeah, but you still gotta go on like dates and be like, like the whole thing. It's like imagine you're fucking. She calls out your name and it's Gilbert. It's like Gaylord. That's kind of high.
I think you might be keeping it first syllable on Hinge if you're.
I also don't
if
think
you got
exposure
that
therapy
name.
works like that because otherwise fart jokes wouldn't be funny for Slime Cell. Like he laughed at farts when he was probably 5, and he still does, and he's 37.
yeah,
Yeah, but what if
100%.
he got called into an assembly where he had to fart?
Then I'd be goat. I'd be on posters right now.
This is the classic. Like if I started playing Melee in 2006, I'd be amazing.
Yeah, I'd be sick. Maybe if I could go back,
There's
I'd be
a
the best
Decker of
farter.
farting somewhere.
Yeah.
who just does it differently, and you just don't know how to handle it.
Just like I thought I knew the meta.
Who's ready to change your perspective about the game?
Here's the thing: we have to let Ludwig finish his story because if you don't, in the comments, they will wish that you were
Oh, they
dead
were so
in real
mad
life.
at us last episode.
They were mad at
What
specifically me. You didn't get to finish your story about how you were coming on the Qantas flight, past, present, and emerging.
Don't even remember this anymore.
Yeah, and people were so mad. They were also mad at me for getting a little too.
Well, we do that a lot. I think it's a pretty normal thing where it's like, hey, check this thing happened in college. And he's like, bro, college? I went to 7 colleges. And Nick's like, 7? I played Uno last night?
You know it does kill me inside when a story doesn't get finished.
But we usually come back.
We usually
get
come
at
back.
The
it.
only time I think it's chill is when someone is bringing up a story because we're just trying to move forward, and that reminds someone else of a better, more interesting thing.
I've never done that.
I don't ever compare to say mine's better. Aiden, hold up real quick. I know you're about to say some shit, but I got some better stuff.
Hit him with the Kanye.
Okay, so
his
Gay
name's-
Tony.
Would you like me to put my hands up again for you?
Gaetan, who watches us, he's badass. He used to download. He bought little PSP discs, the small ones. He'd buy the cases for them. He would rip them onto the discs and then sell illegal games when he was like 13 on eBay.
That's hype.
For like half market value.
That's a entrepreneur.
He was
That's
a hood
kinda sick.
hustler.
Yeah.
He got taken down.
He is into crypto now.
But they were kind of like, dude, you're 13 doing
Did he
this?
speak French? Was he French?
He was French. He was like more French than I am.
There was like a French little crook.
oh, so he was like at least 11%.
Yeah, and so, wow, and so he was really good at soccer because he's French. He had like a fit bod, like flat washboard
13.
abs.
He's 13.
No, I'm talking now. Now we're freshmen. This for 13 was the selling PSPs.
So he
he's
wasn't hot when he was 13.
He
That
was,
man
no,
now
he
is a
was.
Dane
He
Zidane.
was. He was a hot 13-year-old. When
Okay.
I was 10, I'd be like, I want to be that hot when I'm 13.
Right, okay,
now
got
I
it.
look back and I think neither are hot. Just to clarify.
So you just changed your mind. Yeah. Okay.
If I
Lud.
could take a moment. Wait, have you seen Gay Tone on like Facebook or something?
I haven't seen him in probably like
You should hit him
4
up.
years.
You should be like, "What's up, blood?
I could.
What's up? What's French for friend?"
What's friend for blood?
I'd have to look up Kevin now.
Oh, that's right.
It's ami.
Me,
Mon ami.
like amigo.
Mon ami, frero.
Bienvenido.
Anyway, he's got flat washboard abs. This is high school. He's like on varsity. He's the
So
tryouts.
Fucking
You got
cut
washboard
and hot.
ads, small naturals.
And we're doing like shirts for skins, and I'm on the shirts team, and he's on the skins team, and we're just standing next to each other.
How old are you?
I'm like 3 years younger, so I'm like 14. He's 17.
Are
something
you,
like
are,
that.
you, are you chub blood?
I'm a bit chubby.
Okay, so your shirts and you're like,
I'm a bit chubby.
You're
No,
like,
you're like,
yeah, I'm
thank
sure.
God.
you're
thank
like,
God.
oh crud, I got shirts.
Yeah,
but really, you're like,
I would. But so we're sitting there. We've been friends. So he just starts chatting with me, and he looks over to like one of the guys, and he just goes, "It's just embarrassing when they look down and they can't even see their own dick." And I was like, and I went home that night and I was like, no, I couldn't see my own dick. When you look down, your stomach is so large that it covers your
He was
pee-pee.
talking about you?
No, he's talking about the people on the field because they were kind of chubby.
You're on the field.
Well, I was shirts.
But
Oh, so he didn't direct this at you,
No.
but you heard this and then you went home
He was saying
and
it
looked.
to me to make fun of them.
You were like, yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah.
And then
That would be embarrassing
that'd be so cringe if that happened.
Aw.
if their stomachs were
That's
covering
so
their
mean.
penises.
So
It is
could
pretty
you?
mean.
That is so fucking mean.
So this guy was French, already bad. He pirated shit, based and cool.
Yeah.
But then he was fat phobic.
He just wanted the soccer team to be at peak because he was at peak. And when he saw a guy who wasn't working out all summer who came chubby, he was upset. He was competitive like that.
He was like me, except for like making fun of YouTube videos. He would get mad at
I
them.
won't accept it.
I don't think there's enough.
You've been
that
rejected
you-
from the analogy
No,
crew.
no. But so wait, did he just want him to be hot and wet?
He just wanted to be hot and fit and
Yeah.
have tight bods. And
That-
he wanted to
don't-
play shirts every day.
they don't need to be wet.
They could be.
They could be a little wet.
Yeah, but it doesn't. You don't need to be.
But I
wet.
think if you're wet, then
be
it's
wet.
good.
Yeah, they slip around and
So-
slide through each other.
I think you need to understand that
You never
that's
played soccer at a competitive level.
what he needed to
I
have them be.
did.
Not wet. So you probably
Did
weren't
you wear
good.
shirts? Dry it up. Play some dry ass soccer.
Dude, when you were playing soccer back in the day, like on like either rec or club, doesn't really matter, and there was a rain day that wasn't planned for, oh, those games were lit.
Wait, you would play it out?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
play,
you play
it
it
out
out.
in the rain.
Oh.
And it's like so hype
because
Yeah.
you're wet.
because it's like you're wet and slipping and sliding.
A little bit. Like
Mom's
actually-
mad because you're about to bring the cleats into the car.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, and
sir.
you're
Clap 'em
fucking
out.
covered in mud, and and your mom doesn't want to mud wrestle you in the car.
Yeah,
But
your
you
shin
make
guards-
but like you know, she got to catch you.
Your shin guards smell like a cemetery at the end of the day. Yeah, it's
Fucking
Dude, the
disgusting.
shin guards at the end of the season, and they're just filled with like dirt sweat and like nasty, gross. I remember
Do you
that.
ever graduating from being like elbow pads at the skate park, which is the equivalent of like shin guards with the strap, and then graduating to the slide-in
Yeah,
ones?
why did all the good players have like the tiniest, most minuscule shield for their shins?
Yeah,
like they
yeah.
didn't care about
I
getting
literally
harmed.
bought them because I thought it would make me cooler. That's
You
the
are
only reason I bought
so
them.
lame if you strap them up.
Yeah, if you strapped in your shin guards, you were lame. It was like elbow pads and a helmet at the skate park.
Yeah, you're lame.
And if you got
Yeah.
the tiniest shin guards that slide into the sock and have no strap, that was what every good player had.
Maybe it's because you're saying my bones are strong enough. I got hard ass bone.
I don't know what it is.
Fucking fuck with me,
I think
bro.
it's any time you take on more risk, you look cooler. Also, the actual act of strapping up and taking off your whole fucking sock, because sometimes you have to put it on like a sock.
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
something. It's embarrassing.
Maybe it's like at the level I'm at, I need all the weight off I can get.
I did it the whole.
I gotta go fast.
I did it the whole time. I wore those the whole time.
What, the shitty ones, the stupid
no,
ones?
the big one. Well, the stupid
big-
ones,
the
but they're
big
better
idiotic,
for you.
Like ones
all
that
through
make
high
you a
school is
pussy.
what he's saying.
Yeah.
You wore them
At
every
lunch,
day
yeah.
at assembly.
in the Gaylord Hall.
yeah,
Would you say you were wearing helmets at the skate park by chance, or like anything protective gear when you went skateboarding? Or?
He
Yeah.
didn't go skateboarding,
Yeah,
bro.
I was
also did
the
that?
only. Okay, so in middle school, I was the only kid at the roller rink who wore a helmet because I had to, and I actually that in
'Cause your parents?
soccer I never felt ashamed because I was just like, yeah, this just makes sense. I don't want my ankle to get fucked up. Like I never
it makes
caved.
sense. It makes sense.
Little pragmatic asshole middle school Aiden. He's like, and he doesn't understand like sociopolitics and like people and shit. And he's just like, I just don't understand why like poor people can't just be killed.
It's just safer. It's just my ankle's not gonna get hurt. Yours gonna get hurt.
Yeah, that's what happened. My ankles were great the whole
And every time
time
a kid got hurt, he'd be like,
yeah. Oh God.
Wow.
Yes. Like, wow, that's really interesting.
when
that happened.
Lucas Fakema took a tumble, bro.
no way his last name was
Eat shit.
Fakema, bro.
Come on, bro.
Aiden's playing left D. You're playing left side defense. That's your position, bro.
No.
That's
Wait.
that's what you are. You're laming them out.
Do you think that's what I actually played?
I think you were midfield.
yeah.
I think
Because I
you're-
ran
think
the
you were a
most.
left mid.
I
I played
believe that.
No, yeah,
the
he's
left
like
and
a
right
gazelle.
mid, depending on what because I was
Ludwig?
the only person
Hold on,
with
hold on.
a right foot that could use my left foot.
I usually played
Oh, well, you kind of said a sound. So either striker or center.
center bench.
All right. Well,
You just didn't have it.
No,
That's so hype.
I was morale though.
Were you?
Yeah,
Come on, guys! Come on, guys!
Why do I have an accent?
No, I basically I coasted through high school playing soccer because my sister was well known for playing soccer, and so everyone was like, he's gonna be really good. And then by the time I hit like sophomore year, they're like, he just wants to play video games, and I got cut from the team.
Yeah, she was born good at soccer.
Yeah, they definitely cut you because you want to play video games. They're like, oh no, we should let them have free time.
Well,
That's why.
I'll let myself be owned right now, but there was a real reason, but it's not interesting.
It's not interesting?
No.
Is it embarrassing?
No, I got injured, and so I didn't go to the tryout for the next year.
Oh.
But I was already on the team, but you're required to go even if you're already on the team.
But maybe if you had that dog in you, you would have been on the team, but you didn't because you got injured?
They cut me because I didn't go to the...
Because you didn't go to it? Because
Yeah.
you don't have what it takes?
Yeah.
Because you're a giver-upper?
Yeah, and then I went to PE. You guys ever in PE in high school past sophomore year? It gets more and more sad.
Wait, I had it senior year. It was fun as fuck.
You had PE senior year?
Yeah.
Holy.
I took it. It was like like you could take it, and it was really fun.
It's just like... Because, like, all right, freshman...
Yeah, it was like you and Miranda walking on an 11-minute mile.
Yes.
Smoking weed out of cans.
Me and Aiden had the same experience. Because, like, PE freshman year, it's like, oh, people who don't know if they want to play sports yet. It's like everyone's there. And then sophomore year, it's kind of like, oh, everyone went and found their sport, but they're like, all the unathletic people are remaining. And then junior and senior year, it's like the really unathletic people who are required to get the credits, who are still there, who aren't like filling it with other, at my school at least, aren't filling it with other things. Because after sophomore year at my school, you didn't have to do it anymore. Like you could you could fill it with other shit. But if you did PE, it was just like yeah, they make you do the mile, they make you do all these things, blah blah.
11th grade PE was playing pickleball with people who had no depth perception.
Yeah, dude,
shit sport.
It was I'm in PE. I was in PE as a junior because I played soccer freshman, sophomore, and then I was in junior, and then I didn't do it senior. But it was like, holy shit, dude. I'm just dicing people up in every sport, and I'm not even good at the sports.
I think it's just because you had a shit gym teacher, but we had a Giga Chad gym teacher, so everyone who took it wanted to do it, and we played dodgeball on Fridays, and we did weight training during the week.
Yeah.
Weight training was a separate class for us.
Weight training was PE for us too.
Dude, it was actually this weird Breaking Bread moment, and which should have been the name of Breaking Bad, and I'm having it's all coming back to me right now.
That's so against the theme, by the way.
Dude, my friend James in high school, he had this bit where so you know the gray plates that are like fucking no weight. I can't remember. They're like bars like what 45.
Yeah,
and then the gray plates are like less than 10 pounds. Like they're like nothing.
I don't think there's a universal.
Or no, they're
color
2.5. They're 2.5 pounds.
Is it like a big disc?
I was
No,
gonna say,
it's a big disc.
Our gray plates in the garage are 45.
Okay,
45,
sorry.
baby.
So this is, in my high school, they were like made of foam essentially. Like they were like nothing. And my friend James had this bit where he'd put like 8 on each side, and then like say, "Yo, go bench that." And I'd go, and I'd just bench it because it's like no weight. And then he'd sit with his arms crossed, and as like any girl walked by, he'd be like, "He's about to get a world record." and everyone and people would crowd around him, and then he would never leak. And then he would get up and he'd just be like, "Dude, thanks." And he's like, "Yeah, no worries."
But astute observers would know that the bar has to bend a little bit. That's how you know it's a good bar.
Partial obserers would be like,
yeah,
those are very
I'm sure
thin weights. That's
everyone
a
of the girls in 12th grade PE were well versed in the world
Nick
of
weighs like
powerlifting.
120 pounds. He's
Probably- Probably less in high school.
First weight class. What was your Breaking Bread moment?
It was so in my freshman gym class, there was this kid named Jake, and my friend, he was my only friend that went to the same school with me. And we were all we had was each other. Is all we had, baby.
Yeah.
And my friend fucking hated Jake, and Jake hated, I don't know why. I think he just wanted to get in fights. He kind of like was a rebel like you.
He was wearing that hat.
He was a taco hat. He wore a taco hat every day, and some people just really didn't take to that. No. And so he, in the locker room one time, he just fucking shoves Jake. Jake's like twice his size. He's going to get murdered, bro. And this guy also just wants to kill my friend. And they almost fight, and he gets broken up by this other guy named Chad. Literally, his name is Chad. Crazy, because he looks like Chad, all that.
He started the trend, that first guy.
He was the first Chad. And he was Jake's friend. And I was hanging out with my other friend. This is the same friend, by the way, who went to college and would sit on the floor like a ninja in the shower.
Yeah.
Probably for his butt,
Our
too.
most viewed yard clip ever.
Shouts
9
out,
million.
Tucker, good job. And I wonder if he cleaned his butt when he did that. Who knows?
Need to. Okay, continue.
You hit me up. Then let me know. And so either way, They almost get in this huge fight, and Chad is I'm by proxy also an enemy. So it's like I'm Luigi to his Luigi, but he's also like a strong dude, and I'm just a weak little pussy. And so he's like, he's getting in my face. Like I'm like, whoa, I'm not involved. I'm just here to, watch my friend get his ass kicked. Like I'm not trying to be involved. Anyway, like the next gym class, I'm walking around really slouched and like a evil hobbit gamer. Like I look like shit. And I'm like trying to lift weights because like I don't have any friends in that class. We have to lift weights. And I'm like, eh. And he comes up to me and I think he's going to fuck with me. And he comes up and he just puts his hand on my lower back and then my shoulder. And he's like, you got to have a straight back. And then he walks away.
That's tight.
That's good life advice.
And I was like, thanks. And that was it. And then we kind of like went back to being enemies. But in the Iron Church, he was like, we're all friends here.
Iron Paradise, people are sweethearts.
It was crazy.
People don't recognize, because if they've never been to a gym, I think Mizkif's been doing something really cool. He's doing Camp Canute, which is Canute, the ripped steroid-using bodybuilder from Norge.
It's Canute?
Yeah, it's Canute.
You thought it was Nut, right? With the silent K.
No, it's Canute.
Because he doesn't watch anything. But
And he's in Texas, and he's just training everyone to be ripped, and they're just doing gym streams, and it's really wholesome because they'll meet like random like dudes who like are there twice a day benching 700.
Like public gyms?
Yeah, and everyone's like very sweet in the gym.
Yeah, is Mizkif gonna get strong?
Yeah, he's
He already is.
strong. He's
already
already
pretty
as
fit.
strong, if not stronger than me, and he will be much stronger than me by the end of this.
Speaking of PE
He wrestled.
mortal enemies, stop me if I've told this in the pod before. I don't remember. But in my PE class in my junior year, there's this guy who's sitting in front of me. You sit on numbers. Do you guys have numbers in PE?
No, we were good kids, bro.
At like every school in California in PE, there's like a grid of numbers out on the blacktop, and you get assigned one, and that's where you sit every day when PE starts.
Like as like a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Why would they make a grown-ass man sit on a number?
Also, 17-year-olds is not a grown-ass man.
It's just that it's not, but it's also that's just the shit
Close.
here. I don't know every school,
Yeah,
but every
I
school
know.
I went to and all my friends went to, you had numbers on the blacktop. So I'm sitting on my number, and there's a guy
What
in
was
front
your
of me,
number?
like 27 or something.
Yikes.
I don't know. I don't mean
That's
anything.
tough, bro.
Let's see.
It's alphabetical order shown by numbers.
Yeah, that's what they
Anyway.
tell you.
So guy sitting, well, I had a big number, so
Well,
Well, you're not number
Yeah.
one.
sure. Low
Right.
down.
I feel like that would be a good
I
one.
got 26 in the race. It's a big number.
Big number in the race.
That's what people
Out
like
of how
they love
many?
saying
And then
that.
27.
you want to get part of this, Aiden?
Yeah, Kuwait was 26 in the last
No,
Olympics.
You guys,
Good
are the,
job.
you guys are the bullies at school, and Aiden's my friend walking by. Yo, Aiden, you want to hang out?
They're a lot bigger than I am,
We all
but-
will think you're lame.
Don't
Yeah.
talk to
Oh,
me.
you hang out with the PJs guy? Why do you wear those to
he's
school,
lame,
bro?
No, he's lame.
Nick, you want to come over and play later?
It reverses.
Yeah, we do aggro.
I'm being bullied, but I still don't hang out with him. Anyway, there's a guy sitting in front of me, and I don't know what it was. This is totally me being a dick, but I just really did not like him. It's kind of like, when you just don't like someone?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I knew. And we were the
Does
same.
he know? Does he know?
So this person in front of me, he always kind of silently pissed me off, and but we never really even spoke. And one day he turns around and he's like, "You don't smile a lot, do you?" That's what he said to me. And so I said, "You talk a lot, don't you?" The exact words I said.
Ooh.
And he's like, "All right." And he turned back around. That's exactly how he said it. And he turned back around. He didn't talk to me ever again. I was like,
Oh.
yeah, motherfucker. In my head, I thought it was so tough. And then fast forward. I'm playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 with all the homies. And we're playing Search and Destroy. This is when MW2 is like at peak, the most popular game. And we get into a lobby, and there's all these kids on the other team, and all their clan tags in the game are like big COD teams that they're not a part of.
Yeah.
He wants a little sipper.
Dude,
He wants a little sippy sip.
is this how you operate? You have a tea.
I got you a tea.
You interrupted for this? Can I have the taco hat? I still don't want to let him go without having any, but I want the taco hat. Here you go.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Anyway,
Dude.
that was sexual. There's part of that was
So
sexual.
weird.
So we get in this search and destroy lobby with these kids. They got big Call of Duty teams in their clan tags, but they're not in those teams, so we make fun of them. And we're all talking shit. Yeah, blah blah. The classics.
Wait, was that typical to have a clan tag that you weren't in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I even did that on Mario Strikers.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
before I was good enough or like known enough to be in a big team.
You got FaZe in your clan tag.
But instead of FaZe
lame.
for Strikers, it was We Troopers.
Which is equally cool.
WT, the tag was WT, but on the Wii you could use like Greek letters and stuff. So
it's kind of like wearing a Nirvana shirt.
They still phased up.
And it's like,
and you never heard their music. So we're making fun of them. The classics, like if I saw you in real life, I'd beat you up. Like I fucked your mom. Like all the classics, right? And you know, we've all been there. You're talking shit, anonymized in a lobby, and then all of a sudden, someone in the lobby says, "Nick," on the other team, and I'm like, I freeze. This has never happened to me. I'm like, I don't know the follow up to this part, and I'm like, huh? And he's like, are you Nick? Your voice sounds familiar. Are you Nick? And I'm like, well, and then the guy messaged me after, and he's the guy from my PE class.
Wow.
On the other team.
How many years later?
This is the same year.
Oh, okay,
we're still in the class together.
Oh,
and he's still not talking to you.
Yeah, so I said I would kick his ass in real life. And all these things, and he literally sits next to me in PE by fucking chance. This is a random lobby in Modern Warfare 2. He's on the other team. Like the chances are so small.
Servers,
this could only happen at a SoCal public school.
It's like when we matched in Fortnite shit. Sometimes you're just close enough.
So I go to school and it's so awkward because we both walk and we set up our numbers because you have to sit on your number. And he's right in front of me.
And he's 26.
And we're the same size. So like I don't really have much to fear besides like the awkwardness that I have caused. Because if we fight, it's like kind of scary, but also he's not huge or anything.
Yeah, you're not.
So we're like the same size. And so he kind of turns around and he's got this cheeky smile. And he's just like, that was you yesterday, huh? And I'm like, yeah. And from that day forward, we became best friends. And I went to his wedding this year.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
See, for you had the kid sitting in front of you. Like you could bump into that kid in a Modern Warfare lobby. For me, the kid in front of me was like presenting goats in 4-H club.
Yeah. In like Puerto Rico.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, me and fucking Susie are going to like show off our cow this summer in the Dominican. I don't know,
dude. The Mario Kart Wii, it only attracted the most eclectic of gamers, as you can see.
What Mario Kart does to your kids.
You look like you're trying to like start a for-profit library. Like you look like a bad guy.
It looks like the outfit Martin Shkreli wore in jail.
It's what they assigned him.
You run a gentrified ice cream truck.
You're the
sells Froyo.
You're the person turning the kids gay.
Are you proud of yourself? Like when you look back,
because I groom kids.
No, in general, right? when you look at yourself, you're driving, you're thinking about your life and where you're at. You're wearing those fucking clothes. You're like, this is hype. I like this.
He doesn't do that when he
cool.
drives. He curses me out and then he gets to his fucking destination.
You know what it is for me? I actually like your outfit, but I want your old hair color back. I think the hair color for me makes it too much.
I think it's only because he needs to dye again.
Well, he also decided to wear his stupid fucking glasses today.
Okay.
I like his glasses.
I think the glasses make him look like
we're doing the thing where I was roasting him, but now you're roasting too hard, so I can't be on your side anymore.
Yes, this is the Anthony.
No. I'm
not on your side. I'm not on your side. I'm off.
I don't need you to be on my side. I'm just saying the glasses were something he woke up and said, I'm going to wear these today. He doesn't need them. They don't fix his vision. They're simply for aesthetic, and they make him look like a pedo.
So you just buying everything Urban Outfitters puts on the shelf these days?
Not a pedo.
This is from Urban Outfitters.
It is.
Also, Hasan wore this at the roast.
That's not a good thing.
That's not defending you.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is we both have shit to do.
Yeah, okay. You want to know?
Also, don't even talk, bro. I got the fucking hottest shirt in town right now.
Mine beats you out, bro.
I do think the shirt. Show the camera the shirt for people who haven't seen it yet. Yeah, you made this, right? You got this made?
Yeah, I had this commissioned and then put on a shirt.
Sweet James.
Oh, that is pretty tight.
Yeah, it's a black
Bro, I got a Custo Frankie's pizza.
I like your shirt. I saw it earlier and I said, that's a nice shirt.
Is this what's the...
Oh, you got that in Australia?
Yeah.
That's
They
cool.
gave it to me.
What's the-
Frankie's
what's the
Pizza
lore?
is like the spot. Sydney, Australia. We didn't talk about it much on the last pod. Has weird fucking laws where they close all the bars at like 11 p.m., which is crazy for a city that
Oh,
big.
we found out why.
We talked about it. It's because they
Yeah.
people were punching each other in the
Yes,
head.
it's because the lockout laws,
'Cause of
because people were
fights.
fighting, and so people would go to bar or like casinos to drink after.
Which they said they've changed. Like they've changed the curfew, but all the places haven't caught up with like the law change yet, right?
Yes, yeah,
What do you-
and
what do you see, boy?
What?
I smelled a fart. I
Also,
smelled a fart.
that was me.
Okay, I thought I smelled a fart.
And I hope you understand what I meant by
You got bad shit.
it's
I
bad.
know you got bad shits because I'm smelling that.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, don't do that, dude. You can't gag in front of me.
I'm
You can't do
gagging
that.
because it smells really bad.
No, don't do it. You're
'cause of
weird.
It's because of the
I'm trying to absorb the scent.
dude. It's because of the Qantas food. It's because of the Qantas
bro,
food. I
you
swear.
got off the flight a week and a half ago.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's insane. It's lasted this long.
That's not how.
No, but it started
Don't
after the
taste
food.
it.
Dude, stop.
He's like a fart sommelier.
This is gross.
so
This is
gross.
gross.
You're the
I
one who
can't
farted.
smell
You're the
it.
one who
That's
farted.
the problem.
Because it
I-
dissipated.
This is bad podcast
Bro, you're
material.
freaking out, and you're all the way
No,
over
I'm
there in
freaking out.
goddamn Timbuktu.
Because everyone's doing fake gagging.
I'm not
hate that.
gagging. I'm
fake
trying
gagging.
to taste this fart in the air.
Don't do that. I hate you guys.
You don't know how to fake
You know what I
gag.
did after? I'm sorry to derail this. I rewatched Vomit Cake,
Oh yeah.
and I was like, I think 10 years ago I was actually built different. I was
Yeah.
more prepared for
Yeah,
this
you're
content.
not. Your brain's not there yet. You know?
100%. I think the more old you get, like the more you cry, the more you laugh, the more you cringe, the more you shock stuff. It hits different as opposed to being a 16-year-old looking at an ISIS beheading.
I realized that too. I cry more now
Yeah,
about emotional
you're
stuff.
old and gonna
Really?
die, and it's coming to
Yeah.
you fast.
Oh, I
I-
cry
I-
so much less.
Yeah, I cry over
But
emotional things.
Yeah, but everything
more
else is
now.
true. I definitely understand I can die now.
I think kid crying is like you got hurt and you're crying. I think the
Or it's like
adult
you
crying's-
don't get like uppies. And
yeah
you cry now.
And adult
Well,
crying.
how young are we talking? I'm talking like 15.
I'm talking like teenager. Yeah, like teenage to like 22. I feel like I did not. I think I was like more pressed about like everything is fine all the time, never be vulnerable type shit.
Yeah, when you're, I think growing up as a young boy, you're trying to conform to the idea that you're fucking strong and cool and big meat Brian Anders.
Yeah,
You don't
and I
have to
care less
cry.
about that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're also
All right.
never gonna fucking die.
Sydney.
What was? Oh
curfews.
yeah. So the curfew laws. It's like 11 p.m. I think they've lifted it, but all the bars still close at 11, which is cringe. And the place that everybody goes, or at least one of the hot spots, is Frankie's Pizza because it's open till 3 a.m. They serve alcohol, and their pizza's pretty
So there's
damn good.
lore.
So that's where everyone goes to hang out. I went to hang out there. I'm hanging out there. One of the people in our group gets kicked out by the manager. And
Who was it?
That guy's name Mango.
I won't leak. I won't leak. But it's one of the people
Was
in
it
our
Mango?
group.
He just said it.
No,
I was
it was not
kidding.
Mango.
He got kicked out
okay.
everywhere
He got
else.
kicked out of 8 bars before
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then weirdly, the guy manager comes up to me after and he's like, "Hey, just so you know, when you were walking, you bumped into someone and they try to fight you." And I'm like, I'm not drunk enough that I would not have perceived this to happen. That's crazy. So I was like, maybe you're a crazy person. And so I was like, whatever, I'll just leave. I go to leave and the guy comes running out. He's like, wait. And he hands me this shirt. And I was like, okay. And so I
What?
took the shirt. I don't know how.
They're kind of unrelated things. Him telling you this and then giving you the shirt. But you're
but it-
you're illustrating
know
that
who
he's
you
a
were?
weird guy.
What? I don't know if he did not mention that he knew who I
Like,
was.
what if the first part was his idea of a bit to a famous person, and then the second part was him giving you a free thing because you're leaving?
It might have also happened, and I was drunk and didn't notice. And I don't know why he gave me a free shirt because of it, but I got a free shirt, and I'm hype on it
Hey
because Frank's
kid,
Pizza's
take this.
PogChamp.
And it's like fucking John
It's a
Elway.
coin that he flips.
Yeah.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Well, you showed me that shirt, and the other day I was over, and you're like, "Hey, check this shirt out," and I was like, "Pizza plate. What? Why are you wasting my time?" And then, then you were like, "Fuck you, this is great," and I'm like, "I don't care."
And then I showed it to Yingling, and
then
he
you showed
popped
it,
off.
You showed it to Yingling, who you could show like
Dude.
a shade of purple that he hasn't seen yet. And he'd be like, "Dude, yo,
Dude, Yingling. So me and Yingling have been spending a lot of time together because we were the only two people home for like 4 days straight. And so every day, instead of doing work in my room, I just go down to the couch and I work with Yingling on the couch.
What the fuck, dude?
What?
We lived together for 3 years, and you trap yourself in your dungeon of a
You're
room.
Ludwig. You're Ludwig now.
Yingling comes out
How come we never?
for
How come
4 days.
we have an office? There's a free desk. You come work with us all the time.
all of a sudden, Yingling's here, and
all
you're
the
like,
time.
I should work in
Years
the
and
living
years.
room.
1,000 years, me and you.
That's what I'm saying.
1,000 years."
That Yingling?
No, I just like that phrase because I'll be there 1,000 years in Eamon's body.
In my
He made it weird. So I hang out with Yingling. Yingling pets. We share. We commiserate about Coots who's biting us and running around. And so one of the cats, I think it's Coots, licks Yingling's hand, and Yingling goes, "Oh!" And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "The cat's tongue feels like sandpaper." And I'm like,
I can't believe him.
I don't put it together yet. So I'm like, "Yeah, it's kind of weird, huh?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's like dry and stuff." And I'm like, "Wait, Yingling, do you not know that like cats' tongues like feel like sandpaper?"
They're
He's
like that.
He's like, "No."
Oh,
and I'm like, "Have you never heard this or experienced this ever in your life?" He's like, "No, Durs isn't like that." And I'm like, "Every cat is like that, including Durs." He goes, "Really?" And he's like hearing this for the first time.
Durs is a wet boy though.
And I was just like, I'm like, what the point is the sandpaper
Sure.
thing? But I'm like, what don't you know? I want to put him in a box.
Everything.
I want to put him in a box and give him a quiz.
That's why I said you can't show Nick Yingling something as like a gotcha, because he'll just be like, "Oh, holy shit! They made a shirt for a pizza place."
No, but he knew
What the
Frankie's.
fuck?
Zipper, can you pull up a lion tongue? Have you seen a lion tongue?
Yeah.
That shit
Those can rip your
You
skin
get
off.
really
Yeah.
close, and it's like,
The lion's tongues are like the maximum grit sandpaper that tongues
tigers.
can be.
Yeah.
And they can rip your skin by just licking you.
I remember reading like a fucking animal book as a kid, and it was like lion tongues can rip flesh off bone. And
Yeah.
it's like, oh, that's hard.
It's true and based.
Look at that shit,
Dude,
dude.
holy shit.
That's ribbed for her pleasure.
I don't think it gives her any
damn
pleasure.
lion oral must go crazy.
No, lions are fucked up. They'll like kill their wives and shit. They're the trailer park rednecks of the animal
seems
kingdom.
fine to me.
They're the Andrew Tates of the animal kingdom.
When you guys talked about Andrew Tate last episode, I haven't seen a single clip. I didn't know who he was yet. I hadn't seen anything yet. And I did my research like recently. I just watched a couple videos he was in. Holy shit.
Is it like
Dude,
that? I
it's
still haven't
insane.
watched anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so this actually, the tweet, I made a tweet about beating up a hypothetical kid in the galley of a plane because he was watching an Andrew Tate TikTok. And this was partially true in that I did beat a kid up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he never watched Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
No, I walked onto the plane, and the first thing I see, like just walking down the plane to my right, is this dude in a middle seat with his MacBook out, huge headphones on, like studio headphones. And I see, because I stopped by his row, that he's in like Ableton. And he is losing it in his seat. Like he's like, you know how Mewtwo King was on stage at Genesis, rocking it, like when he did the rock back and forth? He's doing that, but like fast. But there's two people sitting next to him, like shoulder to shoulder
And he's
with him.
in Ableton Live.
And
the
he's
music
in
program?
Ableton Live on the plane, fucking just losing it to the beat that he's making.
Dude, that's
and he's
so
like,
money.
And you know how like DJs like play with the board and they're like really like
This is Ludwig
like
on a
this with
plane
it?
watching his own TikTok.
He's doing that with like keys and like pulling up little like windows and moving things around. And he's bald and covered in tattoos. And
This guy rules.
And this guy's so into it that I start to think like, is that Deadmau5?
Is this marshmallow under the helmet?
Because I just couldn't remember that Deadmau5 is bald and has tattoos on his hands. So I was like, dude, maybe it's actually him, because no stranger would be this into it, you know? And Deadmau5 is this guy who's like so forwardly confident about everything.
Also wouldn't be in the middle seat on a plane.
He might do this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It was a small flight with like no like first class and stuff. So it's like that's the only type of seat you could get, really.
Sure.
Besides a window or an aisle, I guess. So in my head, I'm like, I might have just walked by Deadmau5, like, and I keep walking. And then I get to my row, but there's a kid sitting in front of me, and he's leaning over, AirPods in, looking at his phone, and he looks exactly like the kids that are getting made fun of in the Andrew Tate fans
Like
memes.
the Babe kid?
Yeah, like the Babe kid.
I
Like,
feel bad for the Babe
a
kid, I
little
gotta
more-
say it.
No, he went to jail. He was like,
Yeah, he
drunk
went to
driving.
jail. You see
Don't feel
that?
bad. He's
Oh,
evil.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
way less bad now.
But why do you get there? Why do you get to that point?
True.
Oh, society?
Maybe it's 'cause-
Society.
Maybe it's because society. Maybe because society made fun of him.
Society did it
for
to
just
him.
trying to be fucking dripped out.
The taco hat makes that
All he
even.
wanted was Bape.
But this kid's watching Andrew Tate on TikTok. Like it's him on his set with like subtitles popping up on the bottom, and I start to think about like, this is insane that I'm seeing one of these kids in real life as all of this is like happening. And we talk about it at home. And then I just like imagine this scenario where I beat him up for this. I'm not actually going to beat up a child for watching anything.
Well, how long did you imagine it for? How long did you imagine it for? Beating him up.
You know,
the whole fight?
I didn't. The whole fight. End to end.
Dude, he's shadowboxing in place. He's like, dude, he's
in the middle seat.
I'm tapping a flight attendant. I'm like,
put your hands up. Put your hands up.
And the other flight attendant gets on the intercom. It's like, drinks are gonna have to wait. And
two small young boys are fighting in the back of the plane.
Someone in fucking Teddy Fresh pajamas just decided to get real weird today. I don't know why.
An H3 podcast fan is beating up a kid.
Yeah, they're real, dude.
Yeah, it was weird to see it in real life. And then I started watching I've been watching the Hasan debates with him, and it's
dude, it's just Hasan's just a guy punching meat that's hanging in a locker.
Yeah.
I look, you know what? I shouldn't say anything because I don't watch anything, but the idea of someone like winning or losing a debate is to me probably the dumbest shit you could ever talk about.
Because the fans of each person will always agree that the person they're a fan of won.
It's
pretty much
like,
always.
No, I agree with exactly what you're saying, but it's just funny because it's just watching someone who like is so dumb talk to someone who thought about it for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
What's satisfying is that Andrew Tate's been on so many podcasts and streams and hasn't been getting pushback. He gets a lot of like, yeah, you're right, Andrew. And this is like one of the first times that someone actually like pushes back.
Right.
Dude. And so that it's like seeing Jake Paul go against an actual boxer for once.
Okay, can you contextualize this for me? Because I was wondering, the first time that Hasan talks to him in that call with like those two other guys sitting there.
Clicks.
Because is that who that is? It's Clicks?
Yeah.
Dude, that guy was in ninja battles.
Let me give this spark notes for everyone who didn't watch it.
Okay.
It was Clicks. He's a Fortnite pro. Fortnite's kind of fallen off, so he does a little less Fortnite stuff. He brought Andrew Tate on stream and one of his friends. While he's on stream, he also has this girl next to him. Andrew Tate the entire time is like, yo, kiss her, dude, kiss her.
Yeah, it's weird.
And he's trying to get him to kiss her.
Yeah. And
finally, they kiss each other in an awkward kiss. His friend roasts him because the kiss was lame. Then Andrew goes, put the girl on, and he goes, you know, when you turn 18, you're gonna want yourself a real man. With maybe,
I didn't see that part.
Maybe a weird implication there. Then Clicks puts on his headset. And he's like, bro, I know you did not just try to do that, bro. I know you did not just try to do that. Then Hasan comes on. He says, Andrew, have you ever been to the moon? Andrew's like, yeah. And then Hasan leaves. Andrew Tate's like, this is fucking a waste of my time. He leaves. The friend who he brought on gets really mad, goes upstairs. They try to fight each other. Stream ends. Next day, turns out that girl that he kissed had a boyfriend the entire time. And
then it turned out Ansem, Diz was actually Ansem the Wise.
Yeah.
Dude. And he was, and it was named after a different guy, Zemnis, but you get an X in your name and you become a nobody.
When he went into the Heartless, he became a split.
Yes, and that's true too.
And
so
that's
there's
how
three
Roxas was
different
formed.
Ansem. So
Yeah.
and then Terra with the Keyblade
It's
battleground.
crazy.
Yeah. So that's wild.
And then the next one, the next part was like a little different. So Leon Kennedy is in that one. And
Leon Kennedy, and it's in Tokyo.
It's shit TV.
Can I ask you, Ludwig, the professional mogul male journalist, the Adam Ragusa of YouTube, if you will.
The Adam Ragusa of YouTube drama.
Do you think so? There was also another thing with Speed, where honestly, I thought it was really funny.
This was hilarious.
Yeah, dude, he was getting head in Minecraft.
Yeah.
And it was like faking.
I thought, by the way, so when I heard this, I thought it was going to be, you fucking hold fucking shift and you just bob your mouse up and down so it makes a little movement.
Yeah.
And everyone's talking about it. And then I fucking watched it.
It was role-playing getting head in Minecraft. Zip Review, you can find the clip.
Perfectly switching scenes to just him reacting to it, his POV as the guy looking up in the air, and then occasionally like a side shot of the girl throating him.
Yeah, and it's funny with throating him.
Aiden hasn't seen it. Zipper, you gotta find this.
Like the funniest part is that there's literally a Minecraft dick. In it, and it's like I didn't know they had that in the game. Like there's obviously
it's not even a Minecraft dick.
Yes.
It's just a dick.
It's modded out the wazoo.
I just recently found out how big he actually is, by the way, because he posted about hitting 10 million subs on YouTube.
Yeah,
and his channel is just his stream thoughts.
Yeah,
and they all get like 3 million or more.
I would argue he's the biggest streamer in the world, maybe second to X or Ibai, depending on what metrics you look at.
Well, Aiden Ross also gets like a shitload of views too, right? He's in that.
Yeah,
dude. So he's like doing like getting sucked off. Yeah, dude. Oh my god, I don't know. Okay, but so my question to you is that notwithstanding, he also like had that clip where he was like really mean to a woman in Valorant, like saying some really mean shit, which is a long time ago.
Right.
Jake Lucky is getting fucking death threats because he just reports on him, which I would argue Jake is also super lame, but we've talked about that too. Everyone in this is like a Game of Thrones character where there's no redemption. Sure. and what it feels like. But is it like, do you think we're going down a dark path with like the Tates and
did you see that clip of like the fucking like 14 like 13-year-old kid?
The one that Cutie retweeted.
Yeah, I also saw that.
I feel like they're setting a precedent that's the meta, where it's like you do shit that fucking like incels respond to, and then you just like, if it gets too big, you just apologize, and then you just do other shit.
Yeah,
that kind of seems like what Speed is doing.
Blow up, but Speed's already like super huge, which you know.
But I think he got huge really recently, right?
Speed has gone from like probably 1 mil to 10 mil in the past year, maybe 18 months.
That's crazy. Well, okay, I will say too, as a teenager, that I think I would have been doing a lot of the same shit. Like I was a little shithead. I wasn't a good kid.
I think Speed is probably fine.
Yeah,
I don't think
he's
causing
our
much
ability
harm.
to broadcast it now is making it seem different. Like, but it's not. I think you're right. Like, I think like you do that shit in an Xbox Live call. That only 10 people hear, but now you can broadcast it. Maybe it's better because then we just shit on the kid and then the kid stops or whatever.
Or you become like the ancient evil and you just become like, Andrew Tate.
But it's kind of like a pandemic. Like the kid does it and like 5 million other 14-year-olds laugh their ass off, and maybe like half of them, not half, but like 10% of them try it themselves.
10% of them try it, and then that's 10% more people on the other end that get that shit, which is usually women, right? So it's like...
I don't know. I think as long as like the things like Andrew Tate now more than ever is getting so much shit, like at least I see it. Like a month ago, I feel like it was mostly just positive support for him, and now he just gets roasted a bunch.
But I think a lot of that's in our bubble, right? Like the people we choose to follow.
But that bubble wasn't speaking out, and he was still like really big.
I think that the problem is that there's always going to be an equal amount of like what do you call it, like defense force that comes up. So like for all of the people that watch Hasan like think about it for 5 seconds and then make fun of him, there's going to be an equal amount of people that come to his aid that are now new.
Yeah, you just have to go into the replies and see.
I mean, the line is almost the same as like left and right.
It's like it's a bunch of kids with like Obito profile pictures who are like, actually like empirical evidence can be interpreted in so many ways, and like his experience of like women being bad at driving is valid, and like just, except they're not saying it like that. They say it like in a less eloquent way and then say kill yourself at the end of it.
Yeah, dude, there's a part in the video where like Andrew Tate's trying to make this claim that like he has experienced women who are bad at driving like enough in his life to be able to say that like they are worse at driving overall.
Dude, it's so funny.
And he's making this like argument that like that's my truth and you have your own, but that's just life, bro. And Hasan's trying to say you can look at statistics and say that there is a truth, and that is the truth. You can say and we can look at it and we can show that men are actually worse because they get in more accidents, and that's why insurance rates are higher. He's trying to explain it to him, and he's like, nah, bro, truth, bro. And then he's like, yeah, but you don't understand because I've experienced it. And he's like, when you walk outside, the earth feels flat, right? And he's like, but it's not. Like, how do you think we know that? And he's like, I have life experiences that show me the earth is not flat. And it sounds like you've just gone to the moon. Like, what are you talking about?
That's it.
Yeah, it's just like the same thing. It's so good.
It speaks to so much that the two boys backing him up in the call are like both under the age of 18. It's like it's Andrew Tate, like this ripped dude. It's like, and the two people defending him and not pushing back at all are also just kids. And then Hasan has to be the voice of reason, and his like, yeah, actually, I think that numbers do matter. Like it's just such a weird conversation because Andrew Tate blows him off the entire time. What I enjoyed much more was Hasan's video where he goes through Andrew Tate's like first video of like his business course that he's selling people. because that's how Andrew's making money. Is he's selling?
Oh yeah, it's like Hustlernomics.
Hustler University. That's what it is. And you pay $50 to get a course to like learn how to fucking like start a business. And Hasan, I think Hasan's showing the first video like from that course, and it is insane.
Yeah.
Because Andrew's just like, you gotta work. You have to do ideas that make money, not lose money. And that's actually the content.
And there's some 15-year-old kid in like a Bape hoodie. He's just like, dude,
he's right. He's so right.
Make money.
I do, because I do have to market the product to sell it. Like,
how much of this have you already covered on Mogus Mail?
Pretty much all of it.
All right.
No, we're a different audience. It's fine.
I think that you saw the I Did a Thing tweet.
Yes,
that was funny.
I Did a Thing posted his like on YouTube. It shows channels other people are watching, and it was Ludwig, Ludwig Clips, Mogul Mail, and the Yard.
Let's go! The Yard's in there.
Yeah, I think the end all is that we're probably fine, and it's way easier to dunk back on someone in the internet era in like Andrew Tate as opposed to like fucking Tucker Carlson or Rupert Murdoch, who've caused probably way more irreparable harm.
Yeah. I think that's a good point. Like you can't make Tucker Carlson feel bad because he makes $10 million a year, and he's like.
You also can't reply to him what he's doing.
Yeah. You can't like access him.
Yeah. But you can access Tate, and he gets debated with, and you can access Tate or Speed even if he does something bad by like even a Jake Lucky tweet. You know that.
Yeah.
So I think it's fine.
Do you think that interaction? Do you think Hasan doing that debate, or like us talking about him here, or you talking about him on Mogul Mail? Do you think it ultimately benefits Andrew Tate to like bring up these things?
No, because I looked it up, and that's the first part of Mogul Mail is that he has a higher peak in the past 5 years in Google searches than Mr. Beast. So I don't think this makes a fucking drop of a difference.
Wait. Okay, I get it.
He's more popular than Mr. Beast by Google searches ever in Mr. Beast's peak, which is probably like a Team Trees or something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe the Squid Game. Then and Andrew Tate's bigger than that. And so it's like the Yard's not a factor. I don't think
you're saying we're like basically
we're not moving the needle.
Yeah, we don't really move the needle.
And I think it's fine.
Okay.
Anyway, that's something that happened.
What if you became bald like him?
Here's a question, Yardigans. Do I wear it like this or like this?
See, that's what
hamburger
like.
style or hot dog style?
That's what I like.
You want the Napoleon.
Wait. Go back.
Okay. So the only reason I think it might be like this is because these things.
It's like, which type of general are you?
I think that's good because now I can see your face.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
This is
camera.
just Carrot Top. Ooh, that's cute.
You are. I got a little chub.
You look like the lemon head guy. It's a taco.
I won it when I went to the family reunion.
Oh,
you got like a little trivia game or something?
They did a white elephant, and so like one of the people who's running it bought a bunch of presents for everyone, and I wanted this hat really bad, so I picked it. And then white elephant, if it gets stolen 3 times, it gets locked. And so someone stole from me, and I was pissed.
That's a good rule.
And then someone stole it from them, and so I had a genius idea. When I took my item, I stole like an iPad because it was in there, but I took it knowing someone would steal from me and I could steal back, so I locked it up.
The taco hat was your iPad.
Yes.
Standing up, you guys got played. I got the iPad so I could get the taco hat and no one noticed.
And I was like, yeah. Also crazy, I discovered a game, Nick, that I didn't know existed before this weekend. It's called 9 Square.
Oh, God.
It's 9 squares now. It's like 4 Square.
Wait, is it the one with the fence?
Yes.
I've seen this.
I've never heard of this before this weekend.
It's kind of nuts.
It's basically like there's 9 squares and it's above you, and rather than playing on the ground, that's a video of it that Zipper's pulling up.
This is cool.
You throw a ball in the air and you have to get it above into the square rather than below hitting the ground on the square.
Dude, this is so cool.
It's like free-for-all volleyball.
It just takes up so much square footage.
It's
like you have to go to a park.
It's a crazy game. It's much harder to set up. You just don't need a chalk and a small ball. You need like PVC piping.
The cool part about gravity being your factor here is that there's no such thing as lines because it will fall into a square.
Yeah,
that's good.
There's no call. Yeah, you know exactly when someone's right or wrong. It's a little dumb because tall people just win.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, there's like we played with the kids and there's tall guys.
Yeah, there's no benefit to being short.
Zero.
The only benefit maybe is that if it falls past you, you can get down there easily.
No, when you're tiny,
it comes so fast.
When you're tiny, you can hit their knees with a little stick.
Yeah, and they might not notice.
Maybe you're
so
better at
short.
returning spikes.
Maybe.
I'm trying to help out
with
my
your
kids.
with your head
But that we played that a shit ton.
bounces off your fucking skull.
Also, what we did, this got a little bad, is there was a Connect 4 tournament with everyone there. There's like 50 people. They did an entire bracket and
Single or double?
single limb
Yeah.
because there's a
Double would be
lot.
crazy.
It would be insane for that many people.
Yeah, I
well,
dropped
they-
down to losers, but I think I can still do good.
Did they play out third place?
It took 3 days to go through. They did not play out third place.
What a raggedy shit tournament.
Yeah, the
Pissing me
TO,
off.
the
Shit
TO
TOs.
wasn't going that hard, I guess. It was hard though because you have to get like
Embarrassing.
literal 5-year-olds to come challenge like a 60-year-old grandma.
Just getting diced.
So a lot of the people were throwing, but I was like, no, not me.
Yeah.
I diced up the 7-year-old off rip. I go up
Dude.
against an 18-year-old. I 4-turn him.
Oof.
I hit him with the middle right. He goes on top twice, and I'm like, uh-oh,
It's
GG.
like, when were you born? What are you doing?
Zipper 2 got so mad at me for this.
For dicing
For
her?
4-turning?
We were playing Smash at the family function,
Oh.
and I'm like, you don't get to tell everyone this is what I do with my fucking life, and then I show up and I fucking throw for all the kids. No, I'm gonna let them know that
100%.
I didn't waste my time.
100%.
Yeah,
I'm the
yeah.
goat, and I'm just fucking. It's Smash Ultimate. I'm just fucking them all up. She's like, you have to let them win. I'm like,
You're like,
no, I don't.
No, because you don't want to be
Absolutely
playing
not, I
either.
don't.
Like, you don't want to be playing either. So it's like, let's get this done. Fucking wrap it
kid,
up.
I beat your ass, and this game sucks.
That kid has formative memories that he defeated a champion at the age of 11. No, fuck that.
He's gonna have like.
No,
an
he's not
ego
gonna work for a
problem.
thing in his life.
Yeah.
He's gonna contextualize the difference between melee and ultimate. You know?
No
He's
way.
like-
It's for the kid that I'm beating him.
You can't. This is how Lupe Fiasco like got treated, and we can't let that happen again.
I was playing volleyball at the family reunion I went to, and a lot of my younger cousins are there. So most of the cousins like range from like age like 5 to 15. Like pretty much everybody falls under that group, and
Everybody follows Master Wayne.
The demographic of hustler class buyers.
yeah. And at least they didn't know who Andrew Tate was.
6-year-olds.
Yeah.
I need to grind more.
Mom, I want to go to Hustler University.
6-year-old goes up to your mom, is like, "Sub ho."
I was playing.
Oh, I want Captain Crunch. All berries.
I said pick him out.
I'm gonna take a butt shower. I'll be back.
Oh, get my butt shower ready.
My mom would beat me if I said that as a kid.
Oh my god.
There's
Did
a
you
no-
just say, "Ho, get my butt shower ready, young man"?
And I want Easy Mac.
I will not do that.
The hard way.
That is not unforgivable.
Wait. Come on.
Finish your story.
Well, also, Ludwig didn't finish his story. You interrupted Ludwig's story.
You interrupted my
didn't
story.
even
You didn't
realize.
finish your story.
No, he
No, I
fucking
didn't.
didn't. That's insane that you
You
thought
finish
that.
it when I say you finish.
Now we're talking, Teddy Fresh.
bite until you finish your story.
Wait, I thought you were gonna finish your story.
This is hustler mentality, Aiden. No, go ahead. Finish your story.
Yeah,
and then we're back on
hustlers
Ludwig.
finish first.
Okay, I'm playing volleyball. I have a height advantage compared to the average participant in this sport, unless two of my uncles are really tall and also played volleyball in high school, so they crush. But they weren't playing at the time, and it's just me versus like my 10 to 15-year-old cousins. And I like spike it into the ground, and I get like a sick point. And then I turn around, and I'm playing with Ethan, my oldest brother, who's 18, and he's on my team. He's like, "You proud of beating these 15-year-olds, man?" And then
Your brother is so funny because he's just like, we used to play Valorant with him all the time, and he was like really, really, I don't know, he wasn't really outgoing in the call. Only though when he would like pop off in Valorant and he'd start getting toxic and all chat and shit, and we'd see glimpses of like the real him.
Well, I got to play Fortnite with him once. And it was different. It was like me, him, and like someone else. And it wasn't even Aiden. It was just the three of us. And he is so much louder and like animated when he plays Fortnite.
It's just his confidence.
He's so toxic. And I'm like, yes, this is great. I love this.
he's a
yeah,
little
he was
god
actually
gamer.
good at that game, so I think he wields it a bit
has a
So
differently.
I imagine you said that to him on the volleyball court, and he was like, "What are you talking about?" Like the way he is in call, because that's how I always imagine him interacting.
No, I called him out though because he had the same thing. He did the same thing to our 10-year-old cousin. The next point, I was like, "Wow, you get to
Think
do
you're
it to
fucking
10-year-old
hot shit, bro."
The
Weigh
answer is
90
always
pounds.
yes, by the way. It does feel good.
Yeah,
You
of
guys are
course.
the worst guys to play games at a fucking.
Wait, what about him?
No, him too. You guys are actually all evil gamers.
You just don't like playing games.
I like playing
You're
games.
just
I
not
just
a gamer.
I'm against throwing. I think that the kids should lose and learn that they have so much to learn.
I agree.
Right.
I agree.
So when I'm playing at a Connect 4 tournament at a family reunion with like a bunch of 5 to 15-year-olds, I'm dicing them up.
Yep.
And I go all the way marching to grand finals.
Like I got diced up and my father before me.
That's my goat.
In my side of the bracket, I went through 5-year-olds, 10-year-olds, and 75-year-olds.
Yeah.
I'd shoot them up, in them out.
Coast to coast.
Other side of the bracket is the freshman 14-year-old, and he just marched through his side of the bracket, beating adults on his way there.
Sure.
And it's me and him in the finals. And as I'm playing, like I'm like, he's playing pretty well. Like he's doing every right move. There's no like blatant W's that I'm getting, but like the crowd is all around. There's like 50 people, and they're like, "It's us versus the outsider." And they start chanting.
BO1?
It's BO1.
Yeah.
It's BO1, and I beat him in RPS because I went first. And so we're going through it, and the crowd starts chanting against me. Cutie starts chirping. She's like, "You gotta let him win." And I'm like, "No."
Wait, she said that?
Yeah, because everyone.
He's in high school. At that point, he loses for
go
sure.
fuck
Everyone's
yourself.
chirping, and I'm like, well, okay, relax.
No. Fuck you, kid.
And so I'm trying to dice him up. But I realized mathematically, like, okay, we have to go bing, 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 bing. He's going to win.
Okay.
The way it's going to work out is that I have to fill up every row, and he's going to win. And so I'm like, everyone, like, chill. I'm not going to throw, but he's just going to win on his own. Like, I don't need to throw. That's a way better way for him to win. And then he fucks up. He chokes. He has like a clean play. He just chokes. He just throws it into a hole that would make me win next turn. He goes, GG, man.
He knew.
I think he just panicked.
He tech skill fluffed.
Is there a
and
time?
Connect
Is there a
Four?
timer?
There's no timer.
Oh
I think
my.
he just was like in his own head. And so that's when I pull it out because he should have won. I pull out his little thingy because it was the giant Connect 4 board.
Oh.
I go, and I go, one more try.
Wait, everyone saw this?
Yeah.
That's so humiliating for him.
No, it was hype. I go, one more try. I pull it out, and then he just makes the right move. Then he wins. Because he played it right up until like the second to last move. There's like half the board filled up.
You're different, bro. You're different. Because Ludwig playing Puff doesn't.
But you know
do
what?
that.
You never homie suck.
This is amazing
You never
for two
homie
reasons.
suck.
Because I end out as a winner because everyone who watched
Yeah,
is their hype on their boy winning and their hype that I let
it's
win. And he
No,
knows
he's
I
right.
won.
You're
He's right.
Lightning McQueen at the end of the first Cars movie.
Bang.
Haven't seen it.
No, he's
I'm
right.
Rocky.
I'm the redneck car with bad teeth.
Mater. and yes,
drop,
by the
man.
way. And yes, you are.
Silently losing my mind because you roast me for not seeing movies and you haven't seen Cars.
I just haven't seen it.
That's weird.
Animated movies aren't movies.
That's wrong.
That's right, actually.
I've seen most animated movies. I just never ended up watching Cars.
That's such a dumb thing to say.
Well, like iconic ones.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I'm. Not,
You just said the sentence, I've seen most animated movies.
Most
I
of
think
them.
in context it makes sense. Also, was that kid humiliated?
No, he was hyped, but he knew that I
Oh,
could
he
have
was
won.
then. He was. In his heart, he fucking knows that he was gifted something. And his whole stupid family thinks he's
Well,
fucking
they're not stupid.
They're cheering
They're very
for him,
sweet.
holding
They're very
him up
sweet. They're
and
actually a
shit.
lovely family.
Are they lovely?
They were amazing.
You wouldn't
yeah.
say it if they weren't. You wouldn't even be talking about it.
Yeah, so I'm saying
Wait,
it.
so
it's
he
true.
is talking
Yeah,
about it.
So
But on the low,
if they weren't lovely, on the low, they're lovely.
No,
You can dog cut me for 8 hours. They
on the
were
low.
lovely.
on the
low.
ultra low,
On the
like they're
ultra low,
fucking,
lovely. Would
Bro,
go
I'm down here.
10 out of 10.
Let me know.
Great experience.
For real, for real?
Lovely.
Whose family is more lovely, yours or hers?
They're really different because
Let
her
it rip.
family's so young.
Oh, they got young family.
There's so many kids. In my family, there's like 2 kids and all adults. And what we do is we just eat until like midnight and drink.
yeah,
and
just smoke cigarettes and talk about the government.
But also,
in Sven's accents.
her family's way easier to have fun with because my family just speaks French.
Ah,
So-
yeah, no fun to be had there.
No one would have fun unless you speak French.
Well, and even if you do, not a good time.
Wait, because they're French?
Yeah,
Why are you dogging every family in sight right now?
because fuck them all, man.
All right, man.
Who needs families?
Where's the slime family reunion?
Yeah, well,
Dude, there was a
No, like I'm no. What do you,
where is it? Yeah, that's a
I'm
good
not
question.
saying-
No, that's
because he has
chill,
a
man.
dead-
That was
Cool
cool.
with my
That was cool.
parents.
You're
oh
cool,
my
man.
God. I'm saying
You're
like
cool,
a family
man.
reunion is
Give him-
more.
hey, dap
do you
him up.
think a family
Dap him
reunion
up.
is
He
you,
wants to
your
dap
mom,
you
and your
up.
dad?
He wants to dap you up. Go ahead.
You look so fucking bad.
That's cruel. That cruelty brought to you by the
It's
Yard
not
Podcast.
cruel. It's not cruel. It's
this is off topic, but there was this at Phantom, there was this guy who so Max and Chad from Cold Ones came to Phantom. It was just really funny because they had no idea what's going on. They're just walking around, and there's so many Australians there that are just like, oh, those guys.
Chad was a celebrity.
I didn't know how
here?
famous those guys were. It was crazy.
And Max is he's wearing a sombrero, and he's sitting in this like little area, like kind of off to the side, watching grand finals, and just like he looks like he's zooted. I don't think he is. He might be a little drunk, but he's just kind of swaying around. And there's this guy. What
happened, Zipper?
Fuck was that, Zipper?
He's all right.
Weapon.
He's all right.
Is that our 90?
Let him make some zipper noises back there. He's good.
Okay.
Zipper's just like fucking just bashing against the walls like a mosh
Jesus.
pit.
He does that sometimes
so
on
they're
Tuesdays.
watching grand finals, Max, and this guy who I can tell really wants to take a picture with Max, but isn't like he can't go ask. Like, he's too afraid to ask him. He's holding his phone out and he has Snapchat open, and he's just looking at Max, and I'm standing between them. But I'm like watching grands, and like the only vantage point I have to grands, and I'm like, I'm not moving for this guy to like come get a picture. I'm also not going to ask for him.
Yeah.
So I'm just like standing
Not
here.
your problem.
I'm just standing here. I'm like, I know what's happening. Max doesn't know what's happening. This guy will not ask for a photo. I'm just standing here. And then this guy, he starts trying to sneak a photo of Max. So like that he's not in, like just like pointed at him, but he doesn't want anyone to notice. So what he's doing is he's lifting up his Snapchat and he's starting a video and then doing a pan, like he's panning the whole thing. But he keeps fucking it up because he's going so fast to try to like have the least amount of time.
My friends won't know that's Max.
Like have the least amount of time on Max, and he keeps fucking it up. And in my head, I was like, "Oh, this guy is like a creepy sprinkler," and he just like goes up and pans over. He's like, fuck. He goes back over. He did this. I think he did this like 11 times before he eventually gave up. And then just kept waiting for the photo and then never got it because we just left.
There's three strats. It's the on a phone call, and then you're actually videotaping while it's on your ear.
Oh my God,
and
that
then
is psycho.
And then there's the big stretchy.
Oh, I love a big stretchy bears.
Big stretchy bears.
Yeah.
That's the most obvious.
And you sneeze and you flash one.
Okay, if you land that one's fine.
Let's get the Squidward down.
Yeah, that's it's. You know what? I feel like Max would have known. Because sometimes I notice people do that, and
He didn't. I promise.
pretend I don't notice.
Yeah, just to see him
I promise
squirm.
he had no fucking idea.
That's tight.
I was paying really close attention. I'm like, he is so oblivious.
Dude, right after the tournament ended, someone came up and got the autograph from me and Ludwig, and this person was like in a wheelchair, and it was actually very sweet. Like they came up and someone was with them. Like, yeah, sure. But behind this person, immediately after grand finals is over, a line forms. It's the carnival ride. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And I go over to Kalen and he's like, what the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, there was a line.
It was crazy. You're a little line bear.
He also diced you up.
I got diced, yeah.
The guy in the wheelchair, what did he say to you?
Fuck, he was like, I don't even remember, but he said some shit that it wouldn't have flew if he wasn't in the wheelchair.
Yeah, he was like, hey, thank you, bald ass.
No, it
Something
wasn't
like
that
that.
bad.
He was like, you bald ass,
it
head
was
ass.
nice.
I didn't tell you to do this, but normally when people come up and make fun of my friends, I don't like it, and I'll say like, yeah, it's my friend, or so I'll just like make some comment like I show it doesn't clear my approval radar.
Yeah.
But at Pokemon Money Live, this girl came up and asked for a photo, and she was like, oh, you're my favorite person on the yard. I'm like, oh, thank. And her friend was with her, and I'm like, I made a joke like, oh, well, you didn't agree, so I'm not your favorite. And I was like, can I guess your favorite? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, I think about it, and I'm like, this is one of those girls that just like Slime is just her favorite. I could tell. And I go, Slime. And then she starts laughing, and she goes, no.
Yeah.
And I start laughing, and I'm like, that's pretty funny.
What gave her slime vibes?
She was just very unassuming and quiet, and sometimes I feel like those are the people that I'm always just so shocked to find out you're their favorite.
Okay, so you were looking for the mix-up.
Yeah, I thought it was a mix-up,
Right.
and it just wasn't.
Do you know what sucks?
So it was probably Aiden.
If you're picking your favorite yard member, picking me is like picking Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get to pick
And
Mario.
you're like
Yoshi.
Toad or Yoshi.
Yoshi.
And you're Bowser. And
Yeah.
you're Princess Peach.
I was gonna say I'm Peach.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like,
It's
I
actually
don't want to
makes
be
sense.
Mario, but I have to be
Yeah,
Mario.
you're unfortunately
I
Mario.
have to be
it's
Mario.
Like, it's so much less cool to say that Mario's your favorite person on the roster.
but everybody loves Mario.
I mean, Mario's the reason why, the game, why we're driving race carts.
It's
Yeah.
called Mario Kart.
Oh, is it called the Ludwig yard?
That was our first draft name.
Oh, come on.
He took a pic.
That's
Sorry.
crazy. Ludwig's balls. What happened? Dude, at Phantom, it was weird. Like, people would come up to me, and you could tell they were just terrified. And again, I always have to reiterate this. I'm extremely normal and understanding.
You've set a precedent to be terrified.
I have, which is fine also. But the people that were brave enough, their like hands were shaking. Like,
I had that too.
Like,
I think they're just nervous.
Maybe it's just nervous shit. I was like, damn, it's okay, bro. I'm a podcaster. Everything's gonna be fine. Like, don't worry about it. Also, some little fucker. Ooh.
Beautiful.
Dude.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Dude, it was so annoying because if the kid wasn't with his mom, I probably would have chirped. But he gets a picture with me and he's like, he has his mom take the picture and he's just like really young, probably 15 or something. And then takes the picture with me and I'm like, okay, cool. And then right as the picture's done, he's like, Ludwig's funnier anyway. And I'm like, okay. Like, but his mom is there. Like, I'm not going to sit and be like, hey, and sternly talk to somebody.
Would have been so sick if you flirted with her, though.
That's what I should have done.
That's how you own
should have
him.
tried
I
to
should have owned
fuck
him
his
so
mom.
hard, dude.
You can fuck people's moms and you don't realize you're that old yet.
Yeah, I forgot. I have fucked people's moms. I can do that. Thank you for unlocking this.
It's standard for you these days.
Wow. Okay, I'll remember that for
There
next
you go.
time.
That is so funny.
What is the Jack and Twitch update?
I'll save it for the primo.
Is that a primo?
That's a
bit?
primo.
Whoa, where are you subscribed?
And if you want to listen to the primo, you can check out patreon.com.
Hey, we're number 2 on the website. Let's get us to number 3.
Yeah.
Get us back down. Our
Get out of the
egos.
Patreon.
Some of you need
Ego's
to
too
leave.
big. Let's bring us back
Number
down.
1 is a problem because if you go number 1,
They
then,
are ahead.
Then it's like, why they're making too much? You know,
Yeah.
that conversation
What's hard?
starts.
No, they're number 1's ahead by a lot. Tim
What is
Dillon.
number 1 at? Is
Tim
it
Dillon show.
Chapo Trap House?
No, we passed Chapo.
Oh,
That
what
was-
is it?
It's Tim
Felix
Dillon.
followed
Yeah.
me.
Tim Dillon, right?
Felix from Chapo
Yeah,
followed
we
me.
passed Chapo, and then he got
And then I
followed.
got the follow.
And I was like,
Dude, at number 3, they unfollow. Once you go back down.
It's conditional. I'm
Yeah.
with that.
anyway, so
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Are we at 90? We hit our shit?
What is?
no, we got
hey,
like
Time
10.
Wizard. What's our shit?
I think we got 10.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. There was a little bit of an uproar in both comments and one on the subreddit, and there was this idea that I'm annoying and that I bark a lot, and I'm like, yeah, that's fair. But there was this weird kind of like thread that keeps happening where when we have guests, people get mad at me for not knowing anything about them.
That's fair.
And I think it's really funny because it's like, what do you want do you want me to look at their YouTube for 30 minutes and then go,
I think they get mad in the same way you get mad at like a mean character in a movie, though, where it's like, their behavior is annoying me so much, but like you just neglect to realize how they are crucial to the plot.
Maybe, but it's also like...
is that what I am?
I think so.
I watched Joe Rogan do the Alex Honnold interview, and it was super annoying because he didn't watch Free Solo before it.
Oh.
And he was there,
No,
and
but-
he's like,
no.
so you climb
Hold
rocks?
on,
that would be
hold on,
that would be
that's
annoying
different.
if he was the only guy.
Yes.
Hi, the Slime Defense Force clocking in.
Power Rangers.
I think
in
it's
Teddy Fresh.
I think it's fine in this dynamic because every guest that we have, like every situation that this has come up in, has been somebody where one of us or all of us have been very familiar with who that person is, right?
Yeah.
Like we have an understanding of their content to be able to guide the conversation in a direction from the perspective of that type of person. And you come fresh-faced, baby fresh.
I'm a baby fresh
and you get to
guy.
ask the questions that come from people who don't know
you
anything
pop
about
out and you're
them.
like, so PewDiePie, where is that from?
No, like, to be clear, I'm not looking for a defense force, but I do think that my immediate brain says these people are just angry that I didn't give the appreciation to their favorite Pokemon card
That
of
they
a
would
human.
give.
And that, to me, I'm asking you guys, am I wrong there? Or am I being condescending by thinking that they are just pissy?
Both.
Yeah?
You're not wrong. No, sorry, not both. You are right. But the second part is you are condescending about it.
Yes.
Wait, I
but that's
thought
my
that- I
right
thought that-
as an American.
to the guest or to the people
No,
on the Reddit?
by my thought that they're just pissy
I'm
because...
saying that he usually comes from this
Oh.
angle in general that like he can make a complete statement about a person he does not know.
Yes, that's
which
a
is
problem.
condescending. But he's right that he is in his position of not knowing that person is totally fine and overall not a bad thing.
In the context of the show, I think it would be a problem if you were condescending in your presentation of not knowing who they are.
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about condescending to the...
I'm just saying what would be a problem to me, and I think this is not a problem because the way you present to like Connor or Alex that you don't know them is always in a self-deprecative way, and that's why I think it plays.
Yeah, that's my angle. I'm fucking goated. I do know this.
Okay,
but
well,
no,
it's not. No, it's not. I'm gonna disagree with you because sometimes he's just like, I have no fucking idea who you are.
Yeah.
And to a person who doesn't know you or your dynamic, maybe they don't take it the right way.
Yeah, but I think I'm pretty good at reading that they're going to be okay with that. In addition, I genuinely believe that content creators aren't fucking diseased enough in their mind that they demand to be recognized. Like they're, I don't know, say a TikTok influencer who gets really mad like when someone doesn't reply to them back, like Ludwig wouldn't reply to them back, and then they're like obsessed with the idea of like being followed back and kind
hypothetical,
like totally
real.
Hypothetical type of person that doesn't exist. This
reminds me, I think I was talking to Zai or one of the other, I think it was Zai, maybe one of the other Australian guys while we were there. It might have been Wade later on in the trip, but they were asking about like culture in LA and kind of like media and like what it's like to meet people. Are people like pretentious? Are people weird? And I was explaining that like, no, not really. I think that's one of the things like being that I was even surprised by, like meeting everybody is pretty fucking nice and cool and great. And they cited this example of how Josh, who came to the 4th of July party at Brooke's house, met Nadeshot, but didn't know who he was. And then Josh, like he would normally, asked for Nadeshot's name in like the interaction of them meeting. And Nadeshot was apparently weird about it. Like you don't know who I am. It was very off-putting.
To be fair,
no. Hold on. Thank you, Dad. I know the context. Thank you. No. Step in for me and explain it for me. I didn't know.
Whoa, it's a little spicy, man.
Whoa,
go ahead, Taco. Go ahead, Taco Man.
What was that, Taco Man?
Go ahead, Taco Man.
I was like, no. You need to understand that this is a really bad example because not only do most people like know who Nadeshot is, it was his house.
That's the only factor that matters.
And it's his house, and the party is like maybe 30 or 40 like close friends, and it's like it's a very appropriate situation to be like, you don't know who I am. It's like you're at his place.
I might in that situation, I might come off as being a dick purely out of what I'm really feeling, which is confusion. Of like, you got here and don't know who I am? Like, how did that happen? What is the path you took?
I mean, but the optimal Chad move is just go, oh, I'm whatever Nadeshot's name is. Let's say it's Amber. I'm Amber. This is my house. And
Amber
then Josh,
Hog.
And then Josh is like, oh, fuck, my bad, whatever. So yeah,
I will say in that same night, in that same evening, Nadeshot did not know who Moist Critical was.
Really?
That's insane.
Which blew my mind.
That's crazy.
That's
because
crazy.
they've both done Call of Duty content.
He was
like
also
a decade ago.
Critical was also big on the internet before Nade was.
Around same time. Yeah, I think probably
No,
a little
before.
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 Nade
was just crazy.
Nadeshot is like, oh, you mean Penguin Zero?
He actually might have known Penguin Zero. I should have said that.
That's crazy. Yeah, well, I think the thesis, the mission statement. Sorry, no, the conclusion is that I don't think that I'm always going to treat people like they're real.
Don't matter.
Like they're real humans in front of me, and if they come with like they're as a guest in this environment, they know that this is like a bit of a playground, and it's not like I'm going up to them in Ludwig's kitchen when they're alone, and I'm being like, "So who are you, pussy?" Because I did do that with the Botez sisters.
You did call Alex a rat cunt, admittedly by accident.
I didn't say that.
You did.
Don't say that.
That's what you said. That was the first thing you said.
Oh my God.
To Alex Botez.
You actually walked away.
Not to Alex Botez. I meant I did a thing.
It was Alex Botez.
Not Alex Botez.
It was Alex Botez.
You know what? I don't remember. We'll chalk it up to both.
It's every woman
because I thought it was Josh. But there's this idea where it's like, I think that I am trained and well socialized
like
enough
a dog.
to know, like a dog who did this on camera before, that I know like where limits and lines are, and I know how to like kind of push and pull and get. And at the end of the day, I'm always just trying to like genuinely connect with somebody, even if I kind of get there in a obtuse way.
So what I'm saying is
don't worry about it. And if you do worry about it in the comments, this is your engagement thing. Let me tell you, engagement helps us, right? So the more mad you are and the more you chirp, the more rich we get.
He's explaining our dynamic. He's explaining our dynamic.
Huh?
I don't think it matters.
You know what?
I get your point, but I actually don't think comments influence the performance of a video.
I think, okay, maybe not in a data way, but you see things in black and white like a sociopath. That's also how you dream. But I think
Not true.
Ken Chen, a great mentor, once said,
Blu-ray.
you don't...
My dream's Blu-ray, bro.
Blu-ray 1080p.
Blu-ray.
Your shit look like a flip minnow, bro.
Ken Chen once said you never want to be at 100% approval because that's not very interesting. So you always want some people chirping. It's important.
Reddit is also where people are the meanest.
I'm not quite talking about Reddit. I'm talking about in general, like comments and
I just thought the
general
thing
vibe,
you're originally replying to was Reddit.
True, yeah.
'Cause
But it does come up.
I get mean posts on my Reddit all the time. And I'm like, why? They'll be like, dude, this thumbnail sucked. I'm like,
Really?
what?
Oh, really?
What do you want? I change thumbnails constantly. I wait for the performance of it. And then like I keep getting ones like every 6 weeks that'll just be like, dude, I love Atrioc. And I was like, he has a subreddit.
Yeah, that is weird.
Dude, Among Us is still so funny.
Yeah, it's great.
I was
it's coming
thinking
back.
about it again.
Dude, wait. Okay, wait. This I got this DM after the Mr. Beast episode from a guy. This is on Twitter. She said, "You're a pussy." I'm like, question marks, why? And then he says, "Neighbor," but not the word neighbor, the other word. How you gonna have Mr. Beast on yo podcast and disrespect the neighbor and say you never watched one of his videos? This is how it's being typed. That's some goofy shit. I'm like,
Valid.
and I was like,
Yeah.
it was just honest. What the fuck you want from me? Do you want me to lie? He said, when you take a man's time to come on your podcast, the least you could do is go see what the neighbor be doing
He's actually right.
and do a little research instead of disrespecting a man on his set. And I said, it's not disrespect to not have watched someone's shit. I treat him like I treat everyone with baseline human respect. He said, you lucky y'all be having them white boys on because a real neighbor would have slapped your bald ass on.
Dude, this guy, let's get him on the pod. Get mystery DMer on the pod.
I want him on
I
the
said,
pod.
I don't need to kiss a ring, bro. We just vibed. And he said, I ain't say it was disrespect not to watch someone's shit. I'm saying it's disrespect to ask a neighbor to be on your shit, then outright say, nah, I don't know you. If you don't see that, then I don't know.
On paper, that is really funny to think about, saying, come on my show, and then you're on, you go, who are you?
Yeah, that's fair.
That is pretty funny.
Because you can only do the not watching thing if we do the work.
People need
of
to
searching who they
understand
are.
that for 80 to 90% of decisions for the yard, Anthony goes, I am okay with any decision and I don't want to make one. So you guys make one and I'll be there.
True.
So it's not
Yeah.
like he invited Mr. Beast on the show himself or even necessarily wanted to do it or didn't want to do it. He just did it because he likes the show and he does the show and trusts us to make a decision. So when he goes and he's like, I don't know you, it's just honest. He just doesn't. And I think it does make the show better.
Well, anyway, lads and lasses, thanks for watching The Yard. It's been such a pleasure hanging out with you once again.
Oh my God, but there's another hour, Ludwig.
But, well, that's not true. We are ending the Patreon hour.
The Patreon hour is now going away. Please withdraw your subscription.
Keeping the money.
Because we need to bleed some of this up.
Let me clarify. Do not unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe and put us back in third.
Yo, I got an
Keep the
idea. I got an idea
subscriptions.
because at the end of every episode, like Archie always puts a little teaser of the Patreon episode of that week before it totally closes out. So like, I'm gonna throw you the content. You're gonna catch it in the Patreon episode.
You got to do
You know what
your
I mean?
Drake thing.
What's my Drake thing?
Oh,
You made a whole thing about
yeah, you
it.
did make a whole
You
stink
talk about,
about
a Drake song that you liked at the end of every episode.
diss track.
And you talked about how
Oh.
proud you were of this bit and how you keep doing it.
All right, so for this week,
Could I do one?
yeah, absolutely.
God damn it, don't bail him out.
In Drake's
I don't think I don't have one.
diss track back to back, he said like Jordan 96 and 97, but Jordan also won in 98. And that's always confused me.
Anyway,
What does that leave for them?
Why did he do it?
all right,
Comment below. Why did Drake say that shit?
Why did Drake do that?
All right, Ludwig, catch the content. Whoa, whoa. Oh, there it goes. There's
Oh
the
my God.
Oh, dude.
What the? Dude, why does it always sound like it's dying?
It
It's
sounds
like
like
the
when you let a
last
balloon
breath.
go.
Because every story
Oh,
has
dude, I don't like that you pointed
an
towards me.
ending.
You know how in movies they'll die and they'll be like,